because today we have another opportunity for you, and I'm going to I know. Today we're gonna give you guys another opportunity to have a look at and potentially do your research on, right? So I want to introduce to you Max Mayhew, and we're gonna interview a very, very exciting project today, and they will tell you a lot more than I can. And yes, Nicolo, this is UTIX. So Max is, I think. He has a partner with him today, but he has earned a Bachelor of Science in Industrial Economics from the University of Nottingham, and then continued his education at the Chartered Institute of Securities and Investments. So now he became an RDR compliant advisor. He was the head of trading for Cares Fund, a quantitative fund in Europe, and his main passion has always been in ticketing, actually, which is interesting. And this is one thing we look for, everyone. We look for teams that have a vast experience in the field that they're working in. He's been in the ticketing business for 2013. It's amazing that you've had a passion in that, Max. That's exciting. And he founded the online e-ticketing basically platform Clubco. And the experience and knowledge gained from Clubco will lead the UTIX team in, I'm not sure what happened with the text here, in building a platform that artists, users, and event organizers can feel confident and proud to use. So they're building a ticketing platform. But a big warm welcome, Max. Are you there?
Yes, I am. Hi, good evening or good afternoon or good morning, everyone. How are you?
Yeah, I think it's all of it. So for some people, it's in the middle of the night as well. But we're doing well. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you for having us. I'm here with my partner Wayne as well, who I'm sure, well, he will discuss a little bit about kind of our London Stock Exchange bond, etc. But we'll come to that slightly later in the presentation. Very excited to be here and looking forward to kind of going through it with you all.
Awesome, thank you. And by the way, guys, I'm gonna go through afterwards, and you will see on the forum how you would participate in this if you think this is exciting. And just Max, do you guys can I make you presenters so you can share your slides, and also maybe put on your cameras if you have those available as well? It's always fun if people can see you as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully it's a bit darker in the UK
now. Yeah, I'm in UK as well, outside London. I think we're close.
Yeah, southwest here.
Yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you so you can, oops, that's not it. Let's see, so I share with the right Max. There we go. We have two of you. Let's try this one. No, I think we should try the bottom one because you're speaking. Can you share the screen now? Did you get that up or no? If there should be a pop-up screen.
I haven't had anything pop up at all. There's just
okay. I chose the wrong one, I think. How about now?
Yes.
Yes. So then you choose the screen you want to share.
Yeah, I just need to. My Mac is just asking me to accept the system preferences and allow it.
Ooh,
sorry.
That's exciting.
Just a moment. I'll be with you in a sec.
Yeah, no worries. And we might go over a little bit here, guys. And remember, everything is recorded. You can watch it again and really do your research as well. I don't know if you can do two things at the same time, Max, but if you want to, or Wayne maybe could maybe explain a bit about the options.
I was just about to say, how you guys doing? Nice to meet everybody, and thank you for your time today. My name is Wayne. Max and I are partners in the Series Fund, and we've been working on the UTIX project for about 3.5 years. We looked at a few different financing options initially with the ICOs. We also looked at an IPO on the ASX and opted for, in 2019, Malta came forward with the VFA Act. Our intent was to use the regulated marketplace and bring a security that we would then cross over into the crypto space by building a blockchain ticketing app. I'll let Max go through the particulars of the actual app now that the PowerPoint is up. Max, like the beard, bud, you're looking good.
So yeah, I'll just kind of go ahead and start. So there is obviously, can you all see my screen, yes?
Yes, we can.
Cool. So this presentation was actually, as Wayne just mentioned, originally because there was a large hedge fund in Australia called Boardroom Capital, and we were going to merge with another company called Megatix, and they made us an offer to give us 5 million in cash, and they were then going to list it on the Australian Stock Exchange. They really liked the technology that we had, and they were going to combine us or merge us with another company called UTIX, and they were going to bring all the events to the table because UTIX had contracts in Singapore and all over the world, but their technology was really not great. But ultimately, it turned out, we looked at kind of the market and our revenue, and you'll see our earnings before interest, tax deduction, and allowances shortly. And we decided kind of as a team that it just made a lot more sense to continue moving forward by on our own. So what is UTIX and what are the company details? So UTIX, it is an e-tixing platform. We use kind of various aspects of the blockchain technology to eliminate inefficiencies that currently exist within the market. You'll all be familiar with these, and I'll go through them shortly. The main team is comprised of 3 directors, and we've got a team of developers currently working on the project. We have one UK parent company, that's UTIX Ticketing PLC, so it's a publicly listed company. Under the parent, we have UTIX Incorporated and UTIX Limited, which is an operational account for vending the e-tickets in various markets. This way, there's no currency risk involved for event organizers, and we're actually in the process of incorporating the UTIX entity for our virtual financial asset listing. So what do? We use smart contracts to provide a more secure, transparent, and controllable event environment. Our solution basically enables users and event organizers to control the variables that lead to these inefficiencies. So inefficiencies I'm talking about is kind of secondary market control. I'm sure kind of all 400 or 500 of you have tried to buy a ticket online before. Ticket's been sold out, you've gone to another website and it's selling for double, triple, quadruple the price. It's just insane. Our MVP platform has finished development. It will allow events to use the platform from the end of January of this year, and we've had events running on the platform. We still do at the moment. We've 90 event organizers that have said they will meet us and use our platform, and some of them are already listed. And we will be hosting the ticketing. We've been offered to host it for the UK Blockchain and FinTech Week in London later this year. It was meant to be last year, but obviously due to COVID, they had to reschedule everything. So next slide. So what are kind of the issues that UTIX has decided to basically tackle? And I will go into the passion that I have and have had basically for the last 8 years with e-ticketing and how that arose. But algorithms currently restrict this primary market distribution. So there are kind of legislation in place, like the Bots Act 2016 in the United States, to try and make it illegal for algorithms to purchase tickets the moment they come on. But I've actually seen firsthand on Discord servers algorithms set up and sold to basically scout these tickets off the market immediately. It's honestly insane. You can buy these algorithms for $100, $200, and what they'll do is the moment that these kind of tickets become available, they're chopped off the market straight away. So there are these primary market participants like Ticketmaster, Eventbrite, and they tried to eliminate this themselves. So Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, for example, Bruce Springsteen, they introduced a system where only what they deemed as loyal fans could buy tickets for the event. But this was a really messy solution because it's very difficult in the real world to actually determine who is a loyal fan. It could be a 50-year-old man that absolutely loves Taylor Swift, but you just can't really work that out. Ticket prices become unaffordable. So as I've said, on the secondary market, they just go up. It becomes insane. We've seen fees on, via GoGo, for example, which are just hosting fees, charged at 30, 40%. And the average markup on tickets is 49% the moment they come off these primary websites like Ticketmaster onto other sites. And fraud. So fraud is extremely hard. If you see tickets for sale on Facebook, on Twitter, how do you actually verify they're real? One of the great things about blockchain technology is, we can go on to a blockchain explorer and we can see the transactions, and we know, a transaction's been mined, a transaction's been sent. You can look at wallet addresses and they're real. As a consumer, that doesn't have any blockchain technology, that's going to completely blow my mind. I'm going to have no clue how to do that. So what UTIX has done is we've incorporated kind of the functionality of the blockchain without the complexities involved for these users to be able to know that the tickets they buy are real tickets and they are actually theirs. So what's our business model? Very basic. We have the UTIX platform. We have event organizers, artists, venues, promoters, non-blockchain participants that use kind of API, platforms, and then other ticketing. So what we're doing is kind of the phase 3 and the phase 4 of development, which I'll go through. We're working with kind of metro and car parking for kind of integrating blockchain into their technology. After that, the users purchase, and ultimately with the token, they will be able to actually use that at events, and that's the hope for discounts. So I'm not going to go too much into the technology and the business description, But as I've said, and as it kind of shows here, we use all the functionality of the blockchain without the added complexity involved. There are a number of different security features that we are implementing, like a thumbprint scanner, a facial scanner. Two-factor authentication QR code is really important. So many people have said to us, but what if, I buy a paper ticket from someone outside of the event? The idea of, in the 21st century, in 2021, we are kind of very quickly moving towards a digital world. With COVID, for example, I mean, I especially in the UK, I don't know how many times I've used cash in the kind of the last 15, 16 months. So as we kind of move towards this digital world, what we're doing with two-factor authentication QR codes is, instead of someone just being able to take a picture of the QR code and send it to you, in the exact same time that Ticketmaster and Eventbrite, because we have speed tested our scanner, what will happen is a QR code you'll be sent, and then once that's scanned, another one will come up, and that's the one that actually admits entry. The idea of the UTIX platform is to give event organizers complete control. So they have all of these different features. They can choose the resale price of their tickets if they want. They control the secondary market price. And at the same time, they can have none of these features if they really just want a very basic, straightforward platform. So as I said, this was initially kind of geared towards boardroom capital, as we were doing a listing on the Australian Stock Exchange for 5 million. The addressable market is huge. I'm sure kind of every one of you, the 400 or 500 here, have bought a ticket for something in your life, whether it's a ticket for a concert or a gig or some kind of conference. The market for e-ticketing is enormous. And even in the UK, Trainline, for example, which is a huge distribution platform for train tickets, that in itself is now moving almost entirely digital. So in London, when you buy a ticket, it will say, there's no need to go and collect this, from the machine. Very simply, just use the barcode, and you'll gain entry. The compounded annual growth rate of e-ticketing is expected to be 10.4% annually. So, the volume in the United States by 2022 is going to be huge. So what is the market structure? I won't go too deep into this, but we all know that there is a primary market in the e-ticketing market. If you want to buy tickets to somewhere and you go on Google, the first things that will come up are Eventbrite, Ticketmaster. In the UK, maybe Fatsima or Skiddle. So it's predominantly kind of oligopolistic or monopolistic. Below this, we have the secondary market, which is completely an unregulated and uncontrollable market. If someone is selling a ticket on Facebook Marketplace, they ultimately deem what that price is. They're the ones that will know whether that's a real ticket or is that a fake ticket. And demand here is treated inelastic, which is what we call it in economics. Regardless of the price, the tickets we know will sell out. Ariana Grande, Ed Sheeran tickets, they're on the market for 3, 4, 5 times the price, but you go to these concerts and they're packed. So event organizers in the primary market have basically no control over the secondary market and no monetary gain from its existence at all. With UTIX, by kind of creating a secondary marketplace, users are able to relist their tickets at a slightly higher price if they want. And this way, the event organizer can participate in the secondary market and actually gain profit from it if they choose to. As I said earlier, Viagogo were charging 34% of the ticket price just to facilitate the transaction. And facilitating a transaction is very cheap. If you look at a merchant like Stripe, for example, they might charge 20 cents and 1.4% of the ticket cost. So all Viagogo are doing is basically just, causing as much pain for the consumer as they possibly can. Moving forward, so I'll talk very briefly about the team. So myself, as I was introduced, I went to University of Nottingham. I studied economics. I went to and finished kind of my education following that at the Charleston Securities and Investments. I worked at the Series Fund, founded a hedge fund with Wayne, who's also on the call. We work with a prime broker, Exante, and we have a decent amount of money under management. But in 2013, I was at university, and when I was at university, in my freshers week, which in the UK is basically where everyone just goes out and drinks, they only had paper tickets. It was a nightmare. You had to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and go and queue after having been out all night in the freezing cold in September, October to get these tickets. It was insane. And I said to one of my lecturers at the university, it might be worth putting these tickets online. And that's what happened. And at the University of Nottingham, we launched Clubco, which was an e-ticketing platform. And we had some of the biggest events that would sell 3,000-4,000 tickets a week, just listing their tickets on our platform. It was insane. And I couldn't believe how quickly it exploded. But unfortunately, I had to kind of put that aside for my last year at university. Otherwise, I wasn't sure I'd come out with a degree. We've got Mikkel and Andra, who are not on the call today. Mikhail's got great experience also in the similar industry. He was the co-founder of a company called Driftband that won a number of awards in Estonia. They worked on RFID technology. He's very familiar with Solidity, so the Ethereum kind of development language. He's a C#, C++ developer, and he's worked with us at Ceres as well. And Andra, who has a very vast background in compliance. She's our head of compliance. She, as you can see, she's worked at a number of investment banks. She became a senior private banker. She's worked as a compliance officer, head of compliance, and now she's joined us at UTIX, because who else kind of would you want doing your compliance other than someone with that level of experience? So what are the milestones? Like I said, in 2013, we founded Clubco, which is an e-ticketing platform. In 2017, I started moving towards cryptography with Wayne. One of the investments our fund made was into a very large mining operation in Florida when difficulty on Ethereum was very low, and we had hundreds and hundreds of these mining rigs, and it was extremely profitable for us at the time. Kind of moving forwards, we realized as we learned more about kind of the Ethereum network, how these smart contracts would actually work. And there was someone in Florida that basically said to us, could this potentially, be used to help the e-ticketing market? And Wayne realized that we could put the smart contracts together with the e-ticketing platform I built. So moving on, we wrote the white paper, we hired a team of developers. In 2019, the last quarter, we finished our beta side of the platform. In Q4 2019, all the designs were complete. So if you go to utix.us or utix.uk, you can see the site now fully functional. And in January 2021, the site is now fully functional for event organizers. It is a minimum viable product right now. It's there as a proof of concept that what we're doing does work, but we are building out a much larger platform at present. So the top-down market opportunity. So where can we see revenue kind of over the next couple of years? For 2021, movies, music events, and sporting events, the addressable market is very, very large. So what we've been able to do is we have a very large kind of or very in-depth financial forecast, which covers all of our expenses and basically all of our revenue costs, our spending costs over the next few years. You can see the earnings before interest, tax deduction, allowance, 200K year one, relatively small, but year two and year three things start to really grow, and that's because as we add more features, for example, seating charts, which I'll go through shortly after, there was a stadium, FAU Stadium in Florida, that committed entirely to using us. The only thing we needed to add in was seating charts, which is what we were in the process of doing. And the stadium, the FAU, which is a college stadium, they sell tens of thousands of tickets during football season every single year. So current and planned development, like I said, the first phase has been complete. We've got a number of other things that we will be adding, which I'll go through after. The Skiddle revenue, which is a competitor, and Fatima revenue in 2018 was 60 million and 6.6 million. And these companies only serve the UK market, but we have hands in Australia. We have a very large presence in the United States, obviously the United Kingdom, and we'll be over in Barcelona in Europe at the beginning of June to start setting up an office there. EOs can currently register, list, add events, buy and sell tickets. And we're finalizing iOS and Android user apps that are slightly more capable than the ones we have now. The ones we have now work perfectly fine, but like I said, we'd like to add, two-factor authentication QR codes. I won't go into this too deeply, which are the different phases of development, but integration of seating charts, as I said, social media integration. So when you buy a ticket, you can actually sign up using, Facebook or Twitter. When you create a UTIX account, it actually creates an Ethereum wallet for you. We're also looking at Solana blockchain, and I don't know, I'm sure you guys are probably familiar with it. Because of obviously the speed of transactions on Solana, Ethereum recently has had some issues with gas prices. So we're looking at building out, a version of the platform that runs on that, where we can just manage load. And then phase 3 is loyalty points system, which is what the tokens are, whereby users will actually get large discounts, much more significant discounts for actually using the tokens to buy tickets. When a user buys a ticket, they'll be awarded a token. They can use this all over the place. And some of the event organizers are looking at actually integrating tokens for merchandise, because we're going to add a merchandise site to the site. We're working with a number of very large EOs. We actually have the PGA in Florida. One of their events, one of their PGA Championship events, Wayne will know more about this, are looking to beta test us on kind of VIP tickets where you
That's the Valspar Open here in Florida. Does a PGA event. We'll be doing VIP ticketing of the app on their next year event. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.
Wayne now. I'm not sure if your webcam's on, but he's going to talk about the exchange bond listing. And on the next slide, we'll talk about our regulation with the Malta Financial Services Authority and the Virtual Financial Act. So after you, Wayne, you can start talking about the bond.
Okay, trying to get my webcam on. Guys, how are you? Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for having us. Max, great job. The London Stock Exchange issue was brought about by our relationship with Exante and Gozo, which happens to be a digital asset site for professionals. In looking at the crypto space, and I loved when I first broke in, you guys were talking about XRP. I think that is a great understanding of where we feel the crypto market is going, because the regulations are coming. And the lawsuit against the XRP folks by the Securities and Exchange Commission will set precedent. So what we're going to look to do with the UTIX project, we've already have an ISIN number, as you can see, in the UK. We will also be receiving an ISIN number, International Securities ID number, with our security going public under the VFA. This opens up UTIX to large amounts of capital that conventional cryptocurrencies are not currently able to get, such as licensed brokerage firms, hedge funds, money managers. This was another thing we looked at through our hedge fund. We weren't really capable of buying cryptos for our clients. So by becoming a regulated asset, it becomes a game changer. So we went a little bit further. And if you want to slip to the next slide to go to the Malta Financial Services Authority, we will be the first duly regulated crypto asset on both the UK London Stock Exchange issue and, of course, the Malta Financial Services Authority, where we will be listing on Binance DEX probably the beginning of July, end of June. It's been an amazing project, first learning about the mining, how blockchain transactions are done, what would be good uses of blockchain, and then applying them to the regulatory structure for investing in the space. I think we can build a bridge between Wall Street and blockchain street, if you will. So we're pretty excited about the project. We're about 30 to 60 days away from list. It's been about 3.5 years of development pull. We have a robust calendar here in Miami. We've partnered up with the local radio station, which specializes in EDM festivals and ultra music festival, things like that, are looking at the product. So we're really expecting an amazing year. And what we're really looking to bring to the event business to give Eventbrite, Ticketmaster a run for its money is the community that we represent, which is blockchain. And I think as we bring a blockchain aspect to the day-to-day life of everybody, we can start bringing more blockchain products to market. I think that will help all of the different blockchain projects grow in a robust fashion. It is the future of computing, and we're pretty excited to be one application within that structure. So thank you so much, guys, for your time today, and hopefully we'll see you on the other side of the trade.
Yeah, so that's basically UTIX. That's our summary. You know, we've got a very thought out development roadmap. We've got a very, very good team. We're working with kind of one of the top Solidity developers in the country, a guy named Dave, through a company named Cobrasphere. We have a dedicated, experienced and talented team. And, you know, at the end of the day, we have, you know, all these opportunities, as Wayne said, you know, with the bond, with the Malta Financial Services Authority, whereby there is going to be some serious funding behind this product from, you know, Exante.
I will add something that Max mentioned earlier. We have lined up most of our promotions coming out of the listing will be through blockchain seminars, events. We have 6 events in South America that will be ticketing through the app through the Latin blockchain folks. And we also have the Expo in Europe, which is doing Amsterdam, Paris. So we're going to be pretty busy. We'll be at these events. Come and meet us at these events. We'd love to sit down with you and show you what we've got. We are on the app stores, so check us out. And again, man, thank you for having us on.
Yep. And that's so thank you very much. I hope that covered kind of everything that it could.
Yeah, absolutely.
Is
Thank
that
you so much, Wayne and Max, first and foremost, for your time. Really appreciate it. It's it is awesome that you took time out of your busy schedules building this project.
if you guys
Um,
have any questions, please let us know. We can certainly go
yeah.
back through you and get any information anybody requests. So thank you
Yeah,
again
we
for
have a lot
checking
of
us out.
questions here actually. So one question we're
Good.
asking that people are asking is, and someone's saying, look, there's an awesome presentation. I'm in, and people think you did a great job. But we do have some questions. We have been teaching them well here. So the one of them is, what would you say is your USP, and what will make you different from competitors and future blockchain competitors doing the same thing?
So one of the kind of most important things that we looked at when we started building UTIX is that there are other blockchain ticketing systems out there. There are some. However, they're really poorly designed. And I don't say that because I think UTIX is the most wonderful thing in the world. I say it because, like BlockTix, for example, an event organizer has to actually purchase the BlockTix tokens to then distribute them. Now, there is inherent risk for the event organizer that they can mitigate by using a non-blockchain platform in that scenario. So, for example, buying these tokens, it is an immediate upfront cost that they can go to Ticketmaster or Eventbrite and don't have to pay. So what we've done at UTIX is basically made it so they don't have to pay at all. There is no requirement for an event organizer to front capital. And what we've also done is made sure that our fees are equally competitive to these primary market distributors. We will never charge higher than a 7.5% ticket fee. Whereas kind of if you look at BlockTix and if you look at some of these other blockchain ticketing platforms, to facilitate kind of all these different transfers, their fees have to be significantly higher. Regarding kind of USP as well, just moving away from the competition question, because we have a secondary market, if you can't go to an event anymore, usually it's quite difficult to actually sell your ticket. I mean, yes, you can put it on Facebook, for example, but then it's just a bit of a pain to be able to have, all these different messages, and then, whether it's sending over PayPal, and there are fees related to that. With having a secondary market on UTIX, if you can no longer go to the event, you can list your ticket on the secondary market. You can list it for the price you want, and what will happen is the next time someone buys a ticket, if it's listed at the exact same price that you bought it at, then the next ticket in line to be sold will be your ticket. If I can't go to an event and I know it's a high demand event, the moment I relist my ticket, I know the next ticket that's sold, providing it's not at a slightly higher price, will be my ticket. And then I can be reimbursed, whether it's in UTIX tokens, which I can use again on the site for tickets, or I can use it to get discounts, or just get the money straight back into my account very quickly because we use Stripe. So, and also by actually being able to validate whether a ticket's real or not, which is a feature we're implementing on the site. Is this ticket real? Do I own this ticket? Is this ticket in my Ethereum wallet? Because every user, when they sign up, an Ethereum wallet or an ERC20 wallet is generated for them. It removes all sense of uncertainty from the consumer. It puts power back in the event organizer's hand, and it allows kind of a seamless kind of customer journey that currently is a bit messy, especially with the secondary market. So I hope that answers your question.
I'm going to add to that,
yeah.
and also, if you don't mind, just say math. The way that Max built the platform, I don't know if you guys could see, this was our original drawing. This right here allows the event organizer to use the platform without the speculation of the crypto marketplace. This was a major factor in building this application, looking at what was coming. Certainly, we believe in digital currency. We believe in crypto in the future. But we built an application that can actually work with today's market. So, for example, if an event organizer would like to leave it open and have a secondary market capability, because not everybody's Taylor Swift and not everybody's going to sell out the event, so they'll need resellers. This platform is adjusted for today's ticket market using tomorrow's technology. So all of the blockchain features, whether it be a COVID pass or whatever an event organizer requires, is now capable through a digital wallet with blockchain technology, preventing fraud, theft, and fire. So what this young man was able to build technically is absolutely a head and shoulders above other blockchain ticketing companies. And the fact that we have to say got a little bit lucky in business, because COVID took 4,600 e-ticketing companies last year and put them out of business. So this is a great time to start a new e-ticketing platform, especially using enhanced capabilities from blockchain that does something that Eventbrite, Ticketmaster, and no other ticketing company can do in whole, which is put full control of the event for a fraction of the cost in the event organizer's hand.
Yeah, and this is so cool. Thank you, guys. And people are saying, you know, I love what I'm hearing. It's a great project. And I think this is what blockchain was created for. It was being created to get artists and get, like you're saying now, people that have their events fully in charge. So it cannot really be manipulated, which is really what the blockchain is for in all areas with voting.
One of my favorite terms is good use of blockchain. We look for good use of blockchain.
Yeah,
You know?
and one question here is, well, there's two questions here. Number one will be, what if COVID hits again? Are you also selling tickets for, let's say, esports event or online event? And what is your marketing strategy to kind of be a major player in this industry?
So in terms of marketing strategy, one of the things that we've done with the technology is made the UTIX functionality and the key functionalities of the platform able to be lent out as an API. So let's say the Ticketmaster and Eventbrite loved what we were doing, and let me just say we have had contact from these companies. And what we can do is actually allow certain aspects of the UTIX platform to be used as an API on these larger websites, but also if you are an event organizer with your own website and you want the UTIX platform on your website, that's entirely possible. At the same time, you know, we have already adapted to, you know, COVID and COVID times. Yes, vaccinations are rolling out and the world is starting to open again, but we've had gaming events, you know, we've had conferences that are online already use the platform. So with kind of this bond, which is going to enable potentially $10 million to be used for the UTIX platform, the growth of the team, we feel that's a very substantial budget to be able to compete with these larger players. If you look at, like I said, Fatima's revenue was 6.6 million. So our plan absolutely is to make sure that we have a completely adaptable platform. We already looked at developing the ability to, you know, integrate with Zoom and other platforms as well. So the moment that an event organizer wants to host an event online, it will set everything up and send everything out to all of those users. These are absolutely part of our development plan, our development map, and the majority of it is already kind of caked into what we're doing.
When COVID first hit, we actually had the choice to go forward with webinars and shift our focus. What we decided to do was take the year off and focus on financing, and created the world's second regulated crypto asset in a VFA token. And then through the process ended up with a amazing staking mechanism in an LSC OTC ISIN numbered bond. So we're really excited about our structure financially. We're doing something not just to the ticketing market that's never been done, but we're also bringing a new aspect to the cryptocurrency and investment side of the marketplace. And with all of the whirlwinds with the Doge coins and what's going on, to bring an actual regulated ISIN numbered issued security to the market through the European Union, we're pretty excited about that. And certainly we know the ticketing space is so vast. If you just look at high school ticketing in the United States, I'll leave you with this fun fact. If you take professional sports, football in the US, American, basketball and baseball, high school sports ticketing outperforms all three of those combined. So how much market share is available in the e-ticketing space, from whether it be local clubs here in Miami to FAU and universities to plane tickets to the technology is there. Having partners like you guys behind it and having the community of blockchain demand you know, our product, which is, again, if you're going to an event, you don't want to overpay. You want to make sure the guy sitting next to you is also supposed to be there. UTIX is a solution that offers solutions to those who can't. So we're pretty excited about bringing it. We thank you so much for checking it out. And any questions, our line is open. We're a 24/7 type of guy around here.
That's awesome. That's the same with us as well. That is awesome. Well, thank you so much once again. And one thing I would like to ask is, so now obviously we are looking at a lot of investors here potentially, and I'm going to go through how you guys will participate and how you guys would invest, but it seems like everything is going well. Now, what is it we're looking at here? I think you guys said we could get in at the first stage, which is a private sale. Together with then we would do a bigger amount. Now, at what stage and how come you need us at this stage? Are you still looking to raise a lot of money? I know you got a lot of funding so far, but are you looking to raise even more to escalate the project?
I'll answer that by simply saying that it's very difficult to go public being private. So the more people we get involved in the project and the pre-sale, the more people will be responding to the asset once it's trading. We would love for your partners and our partners to have a rate of return that is now becoming commonplace in the crypto space, where in the private sale, we are offering a 6-cent token. We're coming out and listing at 10 cents, and we do have a comp. And what I mean by a comparable in the market, there's one other company, and this may be a tip, that has gone public using the virtual act. It's called Viot. They came out 3 months ago at 12 cents. They're sitting strong at $1.60. So I think UTIX has the potential to become a little bit more robust. We have market-ready product being used in the market today, and our exposure is going to be a roadmap through 6 crypto events, 7, 8 in Europe. So we'll start off dog and pony, and we'll start off promoting and finding more event organizers and creating revenue along the way. And revenue is what makes a stock or token price rise. So we're pretty happy where we're at.
Not necessarily about the money. If let's say there are 350 people on this call, if there are 350 people that have an active interest, vested interest in the development and success of UTIX, I mean, how many of the 350 people here know someone that's run an event before, or know someone that runs some kind of conference? It's not necessarily about the money. We are going to become very sufficiently capitalized. But if we've got 350 of you on this call right now that have a vested interest in the success of this project, we've had so many of our partners, especially at Series, that set us up with all kinds of different event organizers. It's been insane. We've been very
exposure.
Cool. Yeah, exactly.
More exposure. And then our pathway post regulation in Europe and in the UK, instead of looking to the SEC for guidance in the US, by being a digital asset, we would opt for Chicago and try to basically spike the token on the CME and trade alongside Bitcoin and Ethereum. So volume is the answer, and volume of trading creates more events, more eyeballs. That's what our event organizers are looking for, exposure. We bring the crypto community to those event organizers, which is getting pretty strong, and we thank you guys for it.
That is awesome. I think that's a great answer. I think there's a great summary and roundup as well. So, all right, guys, what do you think? And I think thank you so much, Sam and Wayne. That's awesome. Oh, Max and Wayne, sorry. So we'll keep in contact and have a great day, and Max, a great evening as well. And people are saying thank you so much. And if they want to reach you, do you let's communicate. We might get an email from you so people can communicate with you if they have additional questions. We will obviously answer questions as well. So thank you so much once again, and we'll keep in contact very soon.
Cool, thank fantastic. You so much, guys, and cheers. Good luck in the market.
Yeah, people saying thank you. Really interesting, great project. They thank you so much for being here. All right, we'll speak soon.
Cheers.
Perfect. Okay, guys, so that's awesome. For those of you who want to participate in this, tomorrow morning, or depending on where you guys are at, but I'm going to make a post on the forum, so make sure you head over there as usual. What I would suggest you guys do is you go to the course. You could have a look here. It's going to be a couple of weeks here to invest, but you could go to course, go to the ICO section, and we created a couple of videos here. Here you go. So how do you kind of research? How do you invest in a startup? We show you the process there. And then when you go to the forum, I will post one of those for you. This was the Casper Lab once. I'm going to create a brand new video so nothing can go wrong. So what I would suggest you do is I would suggest you look at the new post that I will be posting, and you can see here. Hi everyone, follow these steps here. So you watch this video where I show you exactly how to do this. You don't need to act fast. You have 1 or 2 weeks to do this, but of course do it as fast as you can. So don't save it till the last day, because we have a limited time. I think we'll have around 2 weeks, but you follow the video that I post. I have not posted this yet. So make sure you look here, investment opportunity UTIX. That's what you're going to look at. So we're going to be buying at 6 cents. They're going to be listing at 10. I will post this within 24 hours. And down here, you then see, okay, so send the money here. That will be the address to send to. And then you have the details, how you do the rest. And then also some more information. You will have the interview as well. But make sure you watch the video that I will post tomorrow where I show you exactly how to do it. I'm going to post that video on the Telegram and on the forum as well. So it's not on the forum yet. So in order to find the forum, you go to the course site, you press the forum and you enter it there. The minimum amount will be $250, and maximum we usually put around 1,000, but around there. But you will get all the information tomorrow. I know we run over a bit, guys. I want to thank you so much for being here tonight, and I hope you enjoyed the webinar. I hope you enjoyed everything, and you will be able to ask more questions as well. But obviously, we are also investing, me and I and Marcus. But we invest in all these projects, and we don't know, right? We never know how well this is going to perform, but invest a little bit, right? I would invest a little bit. That's what we're going to do. Yes, there's a great project. Yep, a family member works as well. All right, guys, so look out for the forum tomorrow. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Thank you so much, or your day, wherever you are. Some of you will sleep well. And thank you, Eamon.
Yes, absolutely. I hope everyone enjoyed the webinar. That was a very interesting project.
Yeah.
And yeah, folks, have a lovely evening.
Yeah. Okay, everyone. Thank you, Eamon. See you tomorrow, and bye for now.